The final pillar is character. Our character is what makes us as individuals so different. Our ways of thinking and approaching challenges may not be the same, but we share values and goals for the best possible outcomes. Character is who you are. We continue to develop character as we go through life and continue to learn and grow. You and I still have a lot to learn, but we live every day striving to make the right choices. There is thought behind our actions and words. Good character is determined through responsibility, respect, fairness, kindness, citizenship, and we hope that through our examples, we provide the value of character for each other and the community.
These students have proven they are the full package, both inside and outside the classroom. They've demonstrated the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society consistently to those around them. These qualities are not only valued in this chapter, but in all of life. You all are exceptional people on track to leave positive marks on the world in your lifetime. Congratulations. Would the current National Honor Society members and the new inductees please rise to recite the NHS pledge? I, being aware of the honor which is being bestowed upon me by my selection for membership in the National Honor Society, do hereby pledge loyalty to this organization. It shall be my earnest purpose, living on my time and energy, towards the promotion of all school activities. I will strive to be at all times a model student and will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of this society, for which I have been selected, striving in every way by word and deed to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. Thank you. You may be seated. The time has now come for each of the inductees to officially become National Honor Society members. Each of them has chosen a teacher to introduce them here tonight. So without further ado, please help me in welcoming our Bio-Med staff to the front.
Who is Emma Aguilar? Before I answer that, I first need to explain that this is my 19th year teaching high school, and I estimate that during my career I've taught nearly 3,000 11th and 12th graders. I tell you this so that when I tell you that Emma Aguilar is one of the most exceptional students I've encountered in my career, you truly understand what that means. And when I say exceptional student, I don't mean that she is only concerned with earning good grades, although she certainly does, or that she is just polite, poised, and respectful, although she certainly is those things. What I mean is that she is actually interested in and is open to learning. That's who Emma is. She also takes personal responsibility for her learning. What do I mean by this? After I graded the first essays of the year, many students were disappointed with the grade they had earned. Some of them reacted with disappointment or even anger, but not Emma. Emma stopped by my classroom one day with a smile on her face, or at least what seemed to be a smile under her mask, and cheerfully said that she had noticed that I had marked several of the same punctuation errors on her paper, and then proceeded to ask me if I could point her in the direction of some online resources so that she could do some further investigation on the topic and learn from her mistakes. When she left, I was almost giddy at what had just transpired. I can honestly count on one hand the number of times in my entire career a student has taken that kind of responsibility and initiative. But that's who Emma is. She is naturally curious and infinitely teachable. She listens attentively, investigates, weighs information thoughtfully, and arrives at conclusions based in fact, data, and most of all, compassion and kindness. I witness Emma almost every day thinking deeply about the world, sometimes maybe a little too much for someone her age. It's clear she is worried and sometimes even sad, and she feels this deeply. But I can tell you too that she's also highly motivated, and I'm confident that Emma will do her best to right the wrongs of the world because that's who Emma is. Emma is her own person in the best sense. She does not succumb to trends in fashion or behavior. She is mature beyond her years and exhibits all the qualities required of a member of National Honor Society, most especially character. Who is Emma Aguilar? She is a thinker, a planner, and an old soul, and it is with great pleasure that I invite her to the Bio-Med chapter of National Honor Society.
Show people problems. I'm so excited to celebrate Zoe Bartholomew tonight. My first impression of Zoe was that she's an ambitious and strong student. She consistently exceeds expectations in her schoolwork. She has always participated in many clubs, activities, and events. She advocates for herself and puts in the effort to consistently improve. But I don't think I've actually ever seen her celebrate her accomplishments or stop to reflect on how far she has come. Being a part of NHS is not just about having another accolade to add to resumes. Getting accepted into NHS means that you have shown levels of dedication to both your academics and in supporting the community that deserve recognition. The reward for getting into this group is that you have a platform to keep doing what you have shown you are capable of at a higher level with like-minded people. For junior students, applying during their junior year can be a tremendously emotional experience. Seeing Zoe get inducted today shows me that she is resilient and persistent. Over the last year, she has struggled, but found strength in people who care about her and support her. She's reflected on what motivates her, and she has grown because of it. There is so much about Zoe Bartholomew to celebrate, and it goes far beyond her academic achievements. At her core, she's a truly caring person who is so capable in so many ways. Zoe, I hope tonight you feel proud and accomplished in your efforts and enjoy this moment. You've earned it. Congratulations. Oh, you're funny.
Last year, a tiny little sophomore started bugging me about where she should go to college. Though I explained that she'd be taking an entire course with me the following year that would help her make this decision, the tenacious planner persisted, and for months we emailed and met and created lists, and she planned visits. If you know Erica Bentley at all, then this story is not at all a surprise. As a junior, she has used those planning and organization skills and handled the changes in teaching styles, assignments, and course load with ease. I found that I can rely on her in class for thoughtful discussion and out of class for honest feedback. I could go on and on about all the great things she does in and out of the classroom, but honestly, they wouldn't really explain why Erica is so deserving of this honor. What I will say is that in the last year and a half, I've had the distinct pleasure of getting to know Erica more and have been astounded by her determination to be the best version of herself. Erica is never willing to do just enough because just enough isn't good enough for her. She is incredibly aware of what she is capable of and what she has to offer this world. As an educator, it's not common that I get to witness such a level of maturity and self-awareness, but Erica is genuinely a force to be reckoned with. There have been times that I've witnessed the weight of Erica's self-expectation become heavy. And as much as I am impressed with her accomplishments, one of the most important lessons I've watched her learn is to treat herself with gentleness and grace, which will only serve her even more as she continues to make her way in this world. I am incredibly proud to know Erica and to be a part of her journey. It is because of all these reasons and more that I'm honored to invite Erica Bentley to the National Honor Society.
Did I not mess with the microphone? We get a copy of all these speeches when we're done. All that about weight and expectations, and Erica Bentley is also a powerhouse in the weight room, which is amazing when you know the kind of people that are behind me, and then you find out a little bit more about like what they really do. What are they doing on a Saturday morning or Sunday? We're just fantastic individuals. It's my privilege to be here tonight. So Mallory Butcher, Mallory Butcher's reputation preceded her into my classroom. Her 8th grade science teacher, Miss Aiken, told me that I was going to love Mallory. She said she was a creative thinker and a great writer. Apparently, Mallory went consistently overboard when completing her science journals throughout her 8th grade pandemic year. Well, even with such high expectations, Mallory did not disappoint, ever. She's a true gentle soul, kind and caring and thoughtful. And when you're holding class discussions, you can physically see the gears turning in Mallory's brain, looking for caveats to an argument or processing out her upcoming comments. Admittedly, sometimes when speaking, her words get jumbled as she stumbles through an explanation of how her brain is processing. She wants to get her words just right. It's that sense of precision and honesty that sets her writing apart. Through her writing, whether it's a short answer, a personal essay, a research paper, a short story, poetry, Mallory allows a window into her mind and her heart. And what a big heart she has. I always said, if I had a choice in teaching one thing all the time, every day, it would be poetry. It's because poetry exercises the muscle of empathy, which is the one thing that can bring the world together. And if I could choose anyone to be in that perfect poetry class, it'd be someone like Mallory. Almost 16 of them. Can you imagine? But there's only one. Thankfully for Bio-Med, one is enough. I very much look forward to seeing Mallory Butcher's future imprint in the world, in our world, which needs love and thoughtfulness and smart, caring solutions to the varied problems that humanity faces. I'm honored to nominate Mallory Butcher into the chapter.
Our next candidate holds a special place in my heart because they were part of my first class here at Bio-Med in 2008 when I came to start my journey here with you guys. I'd like to think that I've had a positive impact on Logan Cook, but however, I can't take all the credit because honestly, when he came into the doors and entered my classroom, he was already a bright star. I want to take the time to thank this candidate's parents for raising such an outstanding individual. Academically, Logan has always excelled in the classroom. Having always been 2 steps ahead, he was always eager for new knowledge that would enrich his understanding of the world around him. Even when out sick or accidentally cutting himself with an X-Acto knife and getting 5 stitches, the student always took the initiative to reach out to get caught up. Over the past 3 years, I've watched this candidate grow and mature into a well-rounded and articulated student that they are today. Even through a global pandemic, this student has continued up the ladder. This individual embodies a true thirst for challenge and accomplishment. Since I've known him, he has always impressed me with his ability to collaborate with others and contribute to the continuous development of our learning community. Their contributions to our school are endless. However, Logan's most powerful form of service comes from leading by example. I can wholeheartedly say that I believe that Logan is going to have an incredible impact on the world around him. He may even be the next president. This candidate has the potential to do extraordinary things and I hope that Logan continues to embrace the fire, the drive, and the ambition that he has within him. Oftentimes, we as humans doubt ourselves. Logan, I want to challenge you with the following advice. Do not let the memories of your past limit the potential of your future. There are no limits to what you can achieve on your journey through life except in your mind. It is with great pleasure that I invite Logan Cook into the National Honor Society.
When I think about our next candidate, the words hardworking, respectful, and of course, Taylor Swift come to mind. She's a shining example of an engaged learner, going above and beyond on all of her projects. She pays a great amount of detail to whatever she's creating, and she's always looking to improve her work by asking for feedback. I couldn't agree more with the words of one of her other teachers that she is deceivingly quiet, but she really has the best sense of humor and is kind to everyone that she interacts with. She challenges herself academically by taking CCP classes and is part of the Girls Go Med mentoring program. I've truly enjoyed having her in my class this year, and I look forward to seeing what great things she does in the rest of her time at Bio-Med and beyond. It is my pleasure to introduce Abby Crawford and invite her to National Honor Society. Congratulations, Abby. As a first-year teacher, you never really know what to expect because despite what they tell you in college, it's really kind of just a figure it out as you go experience. Each day brings its own new challenges and unexpected events, but nothing has kept me on my toes this year more than our next candidate. He is a great example of someone who puts his own flair on everything that he does, which definitely applies to nearly every project he's completed this year, even ones he wasn't assigned. I think I speak for the whole sophomore team when I say that this candidate is a true joy to teach because he finds humor and entertainment in even the less exciting topics. He always goes out of his way to say hi to us in the hallway or classrooms, which is always appreciated. He's funny, creative, caring of others, and truly makes this experience fun every day. With that being said, it is with great pleasure that I invite John Garden to the National Honor Society.
That was quite the long speech.
Congratulations.
Kind, collaborative, and creative. This is how our next candidate is described by her teachers, and I couldn't agree more. Since I've met her, this student has continuously impressed me with her optimistic attitude and strong sense of self. She's never afraid to be who she is as a person and as an individual. I've known this student since she was in 6th grade when we first opened the Shalersville campus. And to be able to see her grow into the remarkable young adult that she is has been wonderful to witness. She is endearingly positive and well-rounded, not only spending time playing basketball and softball, but also volunteering her time at Beach Creek Nature Preserve, working at Bloom Hill Farm, where I hear she does a lot of playing with the goats, a lot of that, along with everything else she does. Working at playing cello and being involved with BMSA's Science Olympiad team. Her teachers note her attention to detail and delivery of top-notch products, exemplifying her strong work ethic and pride with what she does. which will easily translate into the responsibilities that come with being part of the NHS. It is my honor tonight to invite Claire Haddon into the National Honor Society. Some of the traits that have always impressed me with our next candidate are her quiet strength and her intelligence. She is confident, steady, and composed, even during high-pressure situations. For example, I was able to watch this student prepare for competition last week at the team's first robotics competition. And I noted her calm within the organized chaos that was surrounding her. Not only is she involved in robotics, she is also active in student council, Relay for Life, and Science Olympiad. Her teachers say that she's relentless when solving problems, and she's not afraid to work through things when they are not quite perfect. These are such positive qualities to have, not only in school, but in life as well. Having known this student since she first came to Bio-Med in 6th grade, it's truly been wonderful to watch her grow into the lovely young lady that she is today. It is my honor to invite Maya Klein into the National Honor Society.
Hi. The first word that comes to mind when I think of this student is thoughtful, or kind, or hardworking, or creative, or also compassionate. So there might be a lot of first words that come to mind, but hopefully that goes to show what a wonderful candidate this student is to NHS. She has some of the most mature discussions regarding projects and how she wants to incorporate some of her own experiences into them. Already lost my spot. Let's go. Along with her creativity, she is constantly looking for both peer and teacher feedback when working on projects. She also has the biggest heart when it comes to gift giving, and she never fails to make sure the people around her are well cared for. Her innovation, problem-solving skills, and sense of community are excellent examples of Bio-Med's attributes, again, making this student a wonderful candidate for NHS. So it is with the greatest honor to introduce Marina Levy and invite her into National Honor Society.
This candidate is ambitious, determined, compassionate, and creative. She is very involved in academics and also extracurriculars, many of which she holds leadership positions, such as HOSA, Student Council, Skills USA, Science Olympiad, Relay for Life, National Novel Writers Club, and newspaper. There were more also. Over Christmas break, she even took a medical research class from Georgetown. I have no doubt that she will go on to accomplish her dream of attending Harvard, where she will major in biology or biomedical engineering. She exemplifies all of the school's pillars and is a great role model for all other students. It is my honor to invite Z. Alexandra Levy to be a part of National Honor Society.
right where I left you. Okay. When Molly Menegay asked me to speak on her behalf today as she gets inducted into NHS, I of course immediately said yes. I felt flattered for a minute and then proceeded to open a blank Google document and start writing. It seemed like a simple task. Molly is obviously so great. She never seems flustered, even in the most stressful situations, and is a model student in every way I can imagine. I remember last year always commenting that her work was so polished and professional, above the level of a high school student. Even her weekly recap emails read like poetry. She works well in any group of students and always has a smile on her face, even with a mask on. But as I sat there thinking about how great she is and tried to put together in words why I think she more than deserves this opportunity, it sounded almost robotic. I could say that about almost any student, that they're pleasant and do good work. Yet anyone who spends more than a minute with Molly knows that she isn't like any student. Molly has this way about her that makes you feel as calm and confident as she is. She's immeasurably and genuinely kind to her core, and I honestly can't imagine anyone ever being mad at her. However, my writer's block persisted, so I decided to check in with her, seeing as it has been half a year since we were in class together. When I asked Molly about past classes and projects she remembers and enjoyed, about what she currently plans to do after graduation, and about why she wants to be a member of NHS, all her answers revolved around the joy she gets from working with and helping others. Being a quiet student at times, she also reflected that participating in NHS is something that she's doing to step out of her own comfort zone. I know she is going to radiantly shine here, and I'm happy for NHS that you are gaining the bright ray of sunshine that is Molly Menegay. Congratulations, Molly.
So I'll admit, when this candidate asked me to introduce them tonight, he requested that it be a roast. But there really isn't anything bad to say about him. Although now that I'm thinking about it, actually, his spell check skills could definitely use some work. Now, I've already mentioned tonight that I'm still new to teaching, and it can sometimes lead to wondering if you're good at what you do. This candidate has placed trust in me to be a person to talk to when they need some help, and it is truly the best reassurance that you can receive as a teacher. He also may or may not have said that my class was his favorite, so that could be part of it too. In all seriousness, you can tell that sense of community, one of our student attributes, means a lot to him. He finds a way to create relationships with everyone around him, and he even said one of his favorite things about Bio-Med is the people, all students and teachers alike. Now, I know this was said once already. I swear it wasn't planned. But there are some people that when you meet them, you just say to yourself, they're going to be president one day. The next candidate, without a doubt, is one of those people. And I'm not just saying that. He really ran for president. You should definitely ask him about that sometime. He's kind and creative and dedicated to everything that he does. The hard work he puts into school and the 87 clubs he's involved in truly shines through. With his involvement in this organization adding another bullet point to his resume, don't be surprised when you see a political ad with his face on it in 20 years. It is with great pleasure that I invite Jesse Mitchell to National Honor Society.
All right, hello again. Our next candidate is also part of that first class I talked about. They have a special place in my heart. So to start, just like before, I really want to commend the parents. for their outstanding efforts to develop a productive citizen. This is especially notable just because of everything that we've been through as a world with the global pandemic. As I reflect on my first year of teaching here, I vividly remember the positive energy that Andrew brought into the classroom. This student, among others, was the reason why I knew I made a good decision when I came to Bio-Med, and is why I look forward to coming to work every day. I particularly remember the extraordinary work that they did with the children's book PBO, where they illustrated and wrote a children's book to teach a lesson or moral. Andrew helped out with holding an event to read to the children, and he also helped out with a VR project where we had an open community house for them to come in and learn how to use some of the programs. Every time we had an opportunity to help out in the classroom, Andrew was able to do so. And every time he took a project, he was able to make it his own. It's a good feeling when students do that, and it really reinforces that we are doing something right. The candidate that I'm speaking of this evening always sought out learning opportunities and challenged himself to excel in the classroom. Most importantly, though, Andrew was always willing to lend a hand. Throughout his journey at Bio-Med, he has showcased strengths of kindness, consideration, respect, and drive, all qualities that every teacher looks for in a student, but most importantly, in a human. Our school takes pride in cultivating whole person growth, and this student is a true representation of that aim. Andrew is very well liked by his teachers and peers because of his contributions and his impact on the learning community that has surrounded him. Andrew, I want to say that it is such an honor for you to be inducted into this organization. However, with this honor, it requires you to be committed to being a forever learner, to hold that mindset that you will continue to nurture and strengthen the surroundings that you take control of. I challenge you to view this newfound leadership as an action rather than a title, as it involves leading through influence. It is with great pleasure that I invite Andrew Nguyen into the National Honor Society.
Good evening, and congratulations to this year's National Honor Society inductees. It is an honor to be able to stand before you tonight and recognize a very special member of our own Bio-Med community. I have known this student for 5 years, and what an interesting 5 years it has been. Olivia is a very engaged and proactive student, as she has participated in Science Olympiad, the YSU English Festival, the Summit Chorale Society, and also participates in violin lessons all during her time here at Bio-Med. Olivia is a great addition to the National Honor Society, as she personally embodies the sense of personal agency that we here at Bio-Med strive for. Well, as long as hot glue guns aren't involved. When it comes to education, Olivia has advocated for herself and her advancement every step of the way. She has gone above and beyond to make sure that she is challenged in her everyday life and education, and is always willing to help others as well, even if it does consist of helping her classmates peel glue dots off of my desks for days. Dr. Seuss once said, "The more you read, the more you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." I believe that Olivia embodies this quote in every single way, as she is almost never seen without a book in hand. Every struggle, setback, and hurdle she is faced with is handled with grace, and her determination to keep trying even when faced with hard problems is truly inspiring to the others around her. It is with great pleasure that I get to induct Miss Olivia Opritza into Bio-Med Science Academy's National Honor Society this school year. Congratulations, and keep up the good work.
Okay, I'm going to try and do this without crying or coughing, so, which isn't going to work. It's my pleasure and definitely my honor to introduce this student. She's held a special place in my heart ever since she has joined Bio-Med. This candidate was a quiet, timid student when she first joined us at the Shalersville campus, so I knew it would take me time to earn her trust and get to know her. Learning about all the things that makes this student who she is has been a gift. She is one of the most thoughtful, caring students I know, and she has a crazy good memory. She sends me an email every year on my birthday. Before COVID hit, she would come into my room every day at the end of the day and give me a hug before leaving for the bus. As I was looking through stuff to write this, I found an email that was labeled, "I didn't get to say goodbye at dismissal." This was sent on a Saturday to me, apologizing for not giving me a hug at the end of the day on Friday and sending me a virtual one. To me, this is the heart and soul that this candidate demonstrates in all that she does. She puts the most time and effort and consideration into all that she does in life. She is considerate and always thinks of others. She is meticulous when it comes to her schoolwork, and she is honestly probably one of the most organized students I remember teaching. She also has a huge love for penguins. For these reasons and many others, it's my honor to invite Hannah Orris to the National Honor Society.
So this next candidate was the first to approach me to ask to induct her. And then she kind of followed that with, there's one thing, okay, I won't be there. All right, so she's a competitive swimmer and she had an all-day swim meet for sectionals today. So she's very athletic. She actually lettered as a freshman last year, which is pretty much unheard of for varsity. So now she's my off-site swimming coach. So she's the person I come to ask me what I'm doing wrong and why I'm not getting better. So that's nice to have her in the classroom for that. She's also a very meticulous student, great math student. She's very hardworking and passionate, very easygoing also. She is quick to help her fellow classmates. It seems natural for her to want to pursue a career in the medical field with her intellect and her desire to help people. She is also very creative, very well balanced, and she enjoys painting, crocheting, sewing, and embroidery. I am honored to invite Addison Reynolds to be a part of National Honor Society.
All right, I've got to tell you, it ended up being really hard to write a paragraph that truly encompasses all of Irene. They are a candidate that is well beyond their years. They're constantly challenging themselves to learn more, to grow more. Whenever an opportunity arises, they're always the first to volunteer for whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They're constantly asking questions. They don't ever just learn the material. They truly understand it and want to know more and know all the ins and outs and the works of it. Beyond this, their personality is just contagious. They're constantly helping others around them. Their peers are always comfortable and happy to be there. If they're not there a day, like you can tell, it's just they are the light in the classroom. I am so excited to see what the future holds for them, and they are truly deserving of every opportunity. It is with so much great pleasure that I invite Irene Shear to the National Honor Society.
be some last minute changes. All right. So our next candidate is a great example of someone who exhibits personal agency and is an engaged learner. She's driven, creative, and she works so hard to make sure that her work is done to the best of her ability every time. As one of her teachers described her, she is best described by her passion and determination. She's the first to stand up for what she believes in and rarely ever takes no for an answer, which I can vouch for that. But beyond her success in school, she is truly a kind and polite individual. Every day in class, she goes out of her way to tell me hi and ask how my day is, and it's always very appreciated. These interactions with myself are no different than how she treats her peers, and she is always willing to work with others and help them in class. At Bio-Med, she participates in CCP classes, Science Olympiad, and Relay for Life. Outside of school, she volunteers at her local library, plays tennis, and volleyball at Ravenna. I have truly enjoyed getting to know her this year and have her as a student in my class, and I'm honored to introduce Lily Schofield and invite her into the National Honor Society, and I can't go without saying a very happy birthday again. Congratulations.
Good evening. First of all, I really was flattered when Tyler asked me to do this. So Tyler, thanks for the opportunity. Hopefully I don't let you down. Let's go. Over the past 3.5 years, I've had the privilege of watching Tyler grow in academics and as an individual. Tyler was in my first class as a teacher at Bio-Med, and since 8th grade, he has pushed himself to embody the attributes of the school. As a student, Tyler excels at computer science and has been recognized by his teachers for his strengths and innovation. As a leader, Tyler works hard to promote, plan, and organize the esports club. He collaborates with peers and captains his team at a competitive level. Most importantly, I lost my spot. There we go. Most importantly, Tyler takes the time to mentor younger students in the esports club. He supports them as a teammate and leads by example. For students who feel that they might not have a place, Tyler provides them with a place. He is welcoming and helps them make friends. Tyler has been a source of comedic relief through my time at Bio-Med. He has a wittiness and sense of humor that can bring smiles to any occasion. In fact, one morning, my first year of teaching, I was surprised to find that the majority of the 8th grade students had changed their computer backgrounds to a picture of my face. While Tyler took the brunt of disciplinary action for his frenzy, the prank was legendary. Kudos. Outside of school, Tyler participates in scouting. He currently holds the Life Scout rank and intends to pursue the coveted Eagle Scout. As a fellow Eagle Scout, I understand that this process will require Tyler to have personal agency, solve problems, and engage with his community. Characteristics that reflect the pillars of Bio-Med. With dedication, his responsibility, and in his interests, I know that Tyler is up for the challenge of achieving this accolade. It is with pleasure that I invite Tyler Williard to the National Honor Society.
Since ancient times, yellow roses have been proud symbols of achievement and completion. The stems and thorns symbolize the hard work and perseverance one must exhibit to be inducted into the National Honor Society. The beauty of flowers represents the significance of this hard work and how it can pay off in the end. In other words, this fairy flower is a metaphor for life. After overcoming many difficulties, you will be rewarded with happiness and harmony. These roses also represent what is to come. Through your journey of getting inducted has ended, a new journey is beginning just around the corner. Your time as an NHS member will be filled with new volunteering initiatives to help change the world and ways to help improve our school community as well. I look forward to getting to interact with every one of these bright students, similar to these colors of these flowers. And you're passing them out. Okay, I think that is all of them. Finally, I would like to take the time to appreciate the amount of help we all had along this journey. Our parents, friends, family, and teachers have all provided us with the tools to grow into the beautiful flowers we are today. At this time, I would like to ask our new members of the National Honor Society to present their families with a yellow rose. In the name of all the staff at Bio-Med Science Academy and the Bio-Med's National Honor Society Council, we offer our sincere gratitude for all that you do. Let us continue to grow as individuals and work towards not only bettering our community, but of ourselves as well. If we take the time to nurture our minds, bodies, and soul, we will be able to spread the seeds of happiness, joy, and light to overcome the weeds of negativity and darkness. Congratulations to all the new inductees at this time. I would like to introduce our new chapter vice president, Heaven Brown, for closing remarks.
Congratulations again to each and every one of you for being inducted into Bio-Med's National Honor Society chapter. Your hard work and dedication have not gone unnoticed. I am proud to welcome you to this group of exceptional students who work towards bettering themselves and their community. These students that we are celebrating here today for their achievements could not have done it alone. I would like to commend your families, friends, teachers, and mentors who have given you their unconditional support and encouragement. To everyone who has helped guide these students to where they are today, we thank you for your efforts. Thank you to Bio-Med's National Honor Society Faculty Council for your hard work and dedication to the chapter and your preparation for today's ceremony. To our advisor, Ms. Hammond, we would not only like to thank you for what you have done to prepare for today, but also for your hard work and all the time you spent advising our chapter. I look forward to working with each of the new members to continue to strengthen the Bio-Med community. I know I speak for the chapter when I say we are excited to see what each of you will bring to our group, and we look forward to witnessing your future accomplishments. This concludes our ceremony. Congratulations again to the new inductees, and thank you all for being here to celebrate their achievements with us.
I'm going to invite all of the new inductees. We're going to come up and do pictures. Parents, if you would like to get some pictures while they're all lined up, I encourage you to do that also. So I'm going to have them new inductees first. So I'll have you guys go over here. We'll move the chairs for now. We may need them later because we have a lot of people. So I meant to tell you, and I didn't get to. I'm gonna ask my new inductees to line up. Give me like 3 rows. My taller in the back. My current member. My taller members in the back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. You guys come this way. I need another row. I need 3 rows. So I've got 1 row here. I've got a row here. And then I've got a row in the back. I don't like calm down my nose. Okay. There we go. Can we come in this way? Yes. Okay. Now I need everyone to find a window. If you're looking at the back of someone's head, we cannot see you. I'm so sorry. Okay, John, I'm losing John back there. Okay. I'm so sorry. You're fine. Okay, I need you coming in this way. There we go, Zoe, and just a smidge. Wonderful. Oh, I'm losing you back there, Maya. There we go. Say hooray! Induction! Awesome. Okay, my current members, you're going to fill in right back here, in front here. Go ahead. I already got mine. And right next, no, just a little bit here with Zoe, too. Come this way. My members here, you're going to fill in right over here. I never got the first one. I can have them move. I can have them go back. I'll start. Too wide. Come on, or too high. So this row crouch just a little bit. Perfect. Randall this way. I can't see past Kelsey. All right, wonderful. Everybody hold that. Hooray! Yes, excellent. Awesome. Do I need one more for my new members? My current members, scatter. New members,
I'm going back this way.
Okay, that front row, that was good. That was good. Yeah, I know. Everyone's, even though we're no mask, smile with your eyes.
Smiles, guys.
Wonderful. 1 or 2 more. We're doing great. Everyone look straight ahead. I love it. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you all. You are what? Thank you. My current
Hey, Mom. Happy birthday, Miss Hammond. Happy birthday. Should I really blow it off? Hey, blow the candle. Happy birthday to you.